Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. Two people invest the same amount of money in the same market at almost the same time. One becomes wealthy and confident, praised as smart and disciplined. The other struggles, feels disappointed, and is told they made poor decisions. Same effort, similar choices, very different results. This is where most people get money completely wrong, and this is exactly what Morgan Housel explains so powerfully in his book, The Psychology of Money. If you have ever wondered why financial success often feels unfair, random or confusing, stay with me, because understanding luck and risk might change the way you see money forever. Before we go further, if you enjoy simple, story-based explanations about money, markets, and human behavior, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Finance and Global Economy. It helps the channel grow and allows us to keep creating content that actually makes finance easy to understand. Now let's dive in. Morgan Housel explains that luck and risk quietly shape almost every financial outcome, but most people don't notice them. Luck is when things go well because of factors outside your control. Risk is when things go wrong for the same reason. The problem is that when we look at success, we usually credit skill, intelligence, or hard work. When we see failure, we blame bad decisions. That makes us feel comfortable, but it's not how the real world works. Think about successful investors, business owners, or wealthy individuals. We study what they did right. We copy their habits. We read their advice. But Housel reminds us that for every visible winner, there are many invisible people who made similar choices and didn't get the same result. Timing, randomness, and unexpected events often decide who wins and who loses. That's luck, and it plays a much bigger role than most people want to admit. One of the examples Housel talks about is Bill Gates. Bill Gates was incredibly smart and hardworking, no doubt about that. But he also went to one of the very few schools in the world in the 1960s that had a computer that gave him access and experience when almost no one else had it. His success was a mix of skill and opportunity. If either one was missing, the outcome could have been very different. This doesn't take away from his achievement, but it reminds us that success is rarely just talent alone. In investing, luck often shows up in subtle ways. You might start investing during a long bull market and feel like everything you touch turns to gold. You might buy a stock that benefits from a trend you didn't even know was coming. You might avoid a major crash simply because your timing happened to be right. Over time, these lucky moments can create confidence, and that confidence can turn into overconfidence. That's where risk starts to grow. Risk, as Morgan Housel explains, is the flip side of luck. Risk is what you didn't see coming. It's the unexpected crash, the rare event, the sudden change that no one planned for. Markets feel safe until they don't. Strategies look smart until conditions change. History is full of intelligent people who failed financially. Not because they were careless, but because they were exposed to risks they never imagined. One of the most dangerous mistakes people make is judging decisions only by their outcomes. A good decision can lead to a bad result, and a bad decision can sometimes lead to a good result. If you only focus on what happened, instead of why it happened, you learn the wrong lessons. This is why people take bigger risks after success and panic after losses. They confuse luck with skill and risk with stupidity. This also explains why copying successful investors is so risky. You don't know how much luck helped them, and you don't know which risks they survived that others didn't. We only hear from the winners, not from the thousands who failed using similar strategies. That creates a false sense of security and makes risky behavior look safe. So, how do you deal with luck and risk if you can't control them? Morgan Housel's answer is simple but powerful. Focus on survival and humility. Humility means accepting that the world is unpredictable and that no one is as smart as they think they are. This mindset protects you from taking risks that can permanently damage your future. Survival means staying in the game long enough for time and compounding to work. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to maximize every opportunity. You need to avoid ruin. This is why having cash reserves, low debt, and diversification matters so much. These things may feel boring, but they protect you from risks you can't see yet. The most important financial skill is not intelligence. It's endurance. People who last through market crashes, recessions, and uncertainty, are the ones who eventually succeed. Doing reasonably well for a very long time is far more powerful than doing exceptionally well for a short period and then failing. If this perspective is helping you think differently about money, make sure you stay connected with finance and global economy. This channel is about understanding finance as it really is, not as social media makes it look. As we come toward the end, here's the key message to remember. Luck can make you look smarter than you are. Risk can make you look foolish even when you did everything right. Since you can't eliminate either one, your goal should be to build a financial life that can handle uncertainty. When you respect luck, you stay humble. When you respect risk, you protect yourself. Morgan Housel's lesson is not about getting rich fast. It's about building a mindset that helps you make better decisions over time. When you understand luck and risk, you stop chasing shortcuts and start focusing on stability, patience, and long-term thinking. And that's how real wealth is built. Now, I'd really love to hear from you. Do you think luck plays a bigger role in financial success than people admit? Or do you believe skill always wins in the end? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your opinion matters and it helps this community grow. And if this video gave you a new way to think about money, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. It might change the way they see their financial journey.